The Little Princess and the Missing Glass Slipper. 1. A sparkle in the palace. Once upon a time, in the shimmering kingdom of Luminara, there lived a little princess named Clara. She was not just any princess. She was the youngest of 5 royal sisters, and she had the brightest eyes and the biggest imagination in the whole land. Every morning, Clara would skip through the palace halls wearing her favorite glass slippers. They were made from crystal as clear as raindrops, shining like tiny stars on her feet. The slippers were a special gift from the Fairy of Dawn, who had blessed them with a bit of magic.
When you wear them, they will sparkle when your heart is kind and dim when you forget to be gentle,
the fairy had whispered. Clara took the words to heart. She loved her slippers dearly and took great care of them until one day, something very strange happened. 2. The vanishing shoe. It was a sunny morning when Clara woke up to find one of her slippers missing. She rubbed her eyes.
"That's odd,"
she murmured, searching under her bed, behind her curtains, and even inside her toy chest. There was only one slipper, sitting alone by her bedside, glimmering softly in the morning light.
"Oh no! My other glass slipper is gone!"
she gasped. She ran down the grand staircase, her single slipper clinking on the marble floor.
"Miss Daisy, I can't find my slipper,"
she called to her governess. Miss Daisy looked puzzled.
"Perhaps it rolled under your bed, dear." "It didn't! Someone must have taken it,"
Clara insisted. The whole palace began to buzz with curiosity. Servants checked the laundry rooms, the gardens, even the royal stables. But the missing slipper was nowhere to be found. 3. The suspects in the castle. That afternoon, Clara decided to solve the mystery herself. She took her tiny notebook, the one she used to draw pictures of dragons and fairies, and wrote in big, careful letters, "Case of the missing glass slipper. Detective Princess Clara." Her first suspect was Sir Paws, her fluffy orange cat. Sir Paws loved sparkly things and often hid them under pillows or behind curtains.
"Sir Paws, did you take my slipper?"
Clara said seriously, crouching beside him. Sir Paws blinked his big golden eyes and gave a lazy meow. Clara checked under his pillow a ribbon, a marble, a half-eaten cookie, but no slipper.
"All right. You're innocent,"
Clara sighed, patting his head. Next, she visited the royal kitchen. The cook, Chef Bumble, was stirring a pot of soup that smelled like sunshine and herbs.
"Chef Bumble, did you see my glass slipper?"
Clara said, climbing onto a stool. Chef Bumble looked shocked.
"Heavens, no, Your Highness. I've been making soup all morning."
Clara peeked into the pot, just in case. No slipper, only carrots and potatoes. Clara murmured, jotting in her notebook. Chef Bumble too busy with soup. She questioned everyone, the maids, the guards, even her sisters. But no one had seen it.
"Maybe it flew away because it was tired of being stepped on,"
her elder sister Violet said teasingly. Clara giggled but didn't give up.
"Slippers don't fly. Someone must have it."
4. The Whisper in the Garden. That evening, Clara wandered into the royal garden. The sky was painted with pink and orange clouds, and the flowers were closing their petals for the night. She sat on a bench and sighed.
"Where could it be?"
Just then, a tiny voice floated through the air.
Maybe you should ask the night breeze.
Clara looked around.
Who said that?
Down here.
It was a fairy, glowing like a golden speck of light.
I'm Lumi. I saw something shiny near the fountain last night.
Clara's eyes widened.
You did? Show me.
Lumi led her to the marble fountain at the heart of the garden. Water shimmered under the moonlight, and there, near the edge, was a trail of glitter. Clara knelt down.
That's my slipper dust. But how did it get here?
She noticed tiny footprints, not human, but small and round, like the paws of a squirrel. 5. The Squirrel Thief. The next morning, Clara went back to the garden with a basket of nuts. She waited patiently beneath a big oak tree until a chattering sound came from above. A little squirrel peeked down at her, twitching its nose.
Hello there. You didn't happen to take something shiny from my room, did you?
Clara said softly. The squirrel tilted its head, then disappeared into the branches. Moments later, it returned dragging something heavy and sparkly behind it.
My slipper!
Clara cried, clapping her hands. The squirrel dropped it carefully into her lap, squeaking apologetically.
Oh, you didn't mean to take it, did you? You just thought it was a nut for your collection.
Clara smiled. The squirrel chattered happily, as if saying sorry. Clara hugged her slipper gently.
Thank you for bringing it back.
Lumi buzzed around her head, glowing brighter.
Mystery solved.
But as Clara slipped her glass shoes back on, something unexpected happened. They didn't sparkle. 6. When the magic fades. Clara looked down, confused. The slippers were dull, like plain glass. The magic glow was gone.
Oh no! Did I break the fairy's spell?
Lumi flickered sadly.
Maybe the magic fades when you stop believing in it.
But I do believe. I believed I'd find it, and I did.
Clara protested.
Maybe it's not about believing. Maybe it's about why you wanted to find it,
said Lumi. Clara blinked. She remembered how upset she had been, not just because the slipper was missing, but because she felt embarrassed, afraid others would laugh or blame her. She realized she had been more worried about her pride than about kindness or truth.
I think I understand. The fairy said the slippers shine when my heart is kind,
she whispered. Clara turned to the squirrel, who was still watching her. She took a nut from her basket and placed it gently in front of him.
Here?
She said with a smile.
Thank you, gift. You were just curious. I forgive you.
The squirrel chirped happily and scampered away. And just then the slippers began to glow again, brighter than ever before. Lumi spun in the air, sprinkling light around her.
See? Kindness always brings back the sparkle.
7. The Royal Ball Surprise. That evening, the palace held a grand ball to celebrate the Queen's birthday. The ballroom was filled with laughter, music, and the scent of rose petals. Everyone wore their finest clothes, but none shone brighter than Princess Clara in her sparkling glass slippers. Her mother, the Queen, noticed.
My darling, your slippers are glowing more beautifully than ever.
Clara smiled.
It's because they shine when my heart feels kind, Mama.
The Queen raised an eyebrow, curious.
And what made your heart kind today?
Clara told her the whole story about the missing slipper, the squirrel, and the moment she chose forgiveness instead of anger. When she finished, the queen hugged her tightly.
I'm proud of you, my brave little princess. You've learned something far more precious than magic. You've learned compassion.
8. A sparkle that never fades. From that day on, Clara wore her slippers not just to look pretty, but to remind herself of something important, that true beauty shines from the heart, not from what we wear. Whenever she helped someone, comforted her sisters, or shared her toys, her slippers would gleam with 1,000 tiny stars. And whenever she forgot to be kind, the light would dim, a gentle reminder to do better. Sometimes she would visit the squirrel in the garden, bringing nuts and crumbs. Lumi often joined them, dancing in circles of golden light. The kingdom soon heard about the little princess whose shoes sparkled with kindness, and children all over Luminara began to say,
I want to make my heart shine like Princess Clara's slippers.
and though the glass slippers were delicate, the magic of kindness never broke, never faded, and never got lost again.